Well, slightly different this. Tonight is Bonfire Night in the UK, and this is to commemorate when Guy Fawkes planned or tried to, attempted to blow up the Houses of Parliament. So it's all sort of laid down in history now, but still. And in the UK, as many of you will know, lots of people get fireworks, set them off weeks before Bonfire Night, Guy Fawkes Night, call it what you want, and it's a terrific irritant in terms of noise because the fireworks are much bigger now, and they terrify cats, dogs, animals in general. All in all, I've wanted to see it banned for years. You wouldn't give a child gunpowder to play with or anything like that, would you? Anyway, I wrote something years ago about childhood experience, bonfire night time, and this was from when I used to live in Birmingham and in an area called Spark Hill, and a bonfire that used to be on every year, this organised by some person that thought that they were best in charge of everything. Anyhow, I'm going to read this to you. I hope you enjoy it anyway. When I was a child, I have recollections of my dad knocking nails into our wooden fence so that Catherine wheels could be mounted. There were some firecrackers, a rocket or two, and possibly a Roman candle. That was if he was pushing the boat out. That was as far as it went. I was never allowed near them, though. Backing onto our house was something called the gully. It led through to a square area of lock-up garages and a sizable area at the back of houses. On another sizable area at the back of houses on another year. Anyway, a man on that road who was known as Bert Lacey, whom I have mentioned before, took it upon himself to organise a large bonfire. Wood and furniture would be amassed for weeks. According to Bert's rules, he was all self-appointed, you had to be 10 to hold a sparkler. I would tell some of my pals at junior school, such as Alan Stokes and Nigel Holloway, to come over. They lived a little bit away from me anyway. They had to pretend that they were local kids, as Bert was running the whole show, including letting off fireworks. Basically, he was a blooming big kid himself. My mother preferred to call him a bloody old woman. He saw himself as a self-appointed 60s version of a PCSO, as far as I can tell. He had his nose into everything, feeling the need to shout at children for the most ridiculous misdemeanours, always threatening to report us for something or other to our parents. He rarely did, though, as he would have invariably got short shrift from our parents because they all detested him. Bert had a wife called Mavis, slightly younger than him. She had bleached blonde hair in a startling perm. I always thought that she looked like a rather large budgerigar. Occasionally she would come out to remonstrate with children about noise or anything else that may have annoyed her. One instance, she was having some shampoo and sat on her hair, so I'm told, and had a head full of curlers and a towel wrapped all around her shoulders. She scurried out with a toy poodle in hot pursuit, yapping. She got to the garden gate shouting, and her black bra gave way, revealing a rather ample bosom. What a shock. A pal who saw this vision, which must have been pretty damn close to Boadicea, shouted, "Run for the hills, lads." By this time Mavis must have revealed her delicate state of undress and retreated into her own house. Anyway, back to the bonfire. Before the night would progress with a raging fire, it was crazy on reflection, as there must have been still been cars locked up in the lock-up garages with petrol in the respective tanks. Absolutely crazy. No heed was paid to this though. Lots of local people showed up with hot soup, baked potatoes and all manner of things. Seemed to go on for hours and hours, and nobody was hurt nor any damage to property. A few years later the bonfire stopped, though I don't think there was a major fire as a result of Bert's efforts. Birmingham Council undertook large organised displays at various public parks in the city. They attracted thousands of people. Having said that, people still bought their own fireworks and let them off at home. Firework boxes were always expensive. My mother used to say, good money after bad. There was never a time when some child had not been badly injured as a result of fireworks being used irresponsibly. There were two main manufacturers, Brox and Standard, but I think they amalgamated years ago. Now we have to allow Chinese-made fireworks to be sold here that seem so much more powerful than the ones from years ago. Someone who lives locally has access to display fireworks and discharges them at any time of his choosing. When they go off, it sounds like a war zone. I was never keen on fireworks, preferring to opt for seeing a film at City Cinema. I now loathe Bonfire Night and the effect it has on domestic animals and animals in general. My father used to get annoyed at kids outside shops dressing up in shabby clothes and doing "penny for the guy, mister, penny for the guy." And I do remember there was one pub that was local to where I lived then, because it was predominantly Irish area, and the chaps had come out the pub and they would have had a skinful, and anyone doing penny for the guy could really drop lucky, and sometimes they got a 10-bob note or even a pound note. So that was quite competitive to get that spot. So let me know, are you having an organised bonfire party, or are you going to a display, or are you staying in, not bothering, dreading the whole experience? I'd be keen to hear from you anyway. Thanks for watching this and bearing with me as I read through my preamble, which goes back actually to 2013. So 11 years. Good heavens. Anyhow, if you did enjoy it, please tick a like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and then you won't miss any of the videos. They're all about the CDs, DVDs, videos, books. Da-da. Okay, have a great day. Bye for now.